My mother read my diary and confronted me, so I wrote a fake entry about her having an affair and let my dad find it. My diary was the only place I could be honest. It wasn't about boys or school gossip. It was where I wrote down my deepest fears about my anxiety, my struggles with body image, the things I felt I couldn't say out loud. It was a sacred, private space, or so I thought. The confrontation happened at the dinner table. "Honey," my mother started, a look of clinical concern on her face. "I was tidying your room, and I think we need to discuss the unhealthy things you wrote about your eating habits." She didn't just read it, she weaponized it, turning my most vulnerable thoughts into a public lecture in front of my dad. The violation was so profound, I felt like I couldn't breathe. That night, my anger cooled into something sharp and dangerous. She had invaded my world, so I decided to set a fire in hers. I took out a new pen and turned to a fresh page in my diary. I wrote a single, carefully crafted entry. It wasn't written in my usual frantic scrawl, but in a slow, deliberate script mimicking my mother's handwriting. I wrote about Robert, a supposed co-worker of hers. I detailed their stolen lunches, the electricity she felt when he touched her hand, and how she felt truly seen for the first time in years. It was a masterpiece of believable betrayal. Then, I just left the diary on my desk, slightly ajar to that specific page. 2 days later, the explosion came. My dad, looking for an insurance document, had gone into my room. He must have seen it. The screams from their bedroom were unlike anything I had ever heard. I sat in my room, listening to my father's heartbroken accusations and my mother's frantic, tearful denials. But how could he believe her? He had seen the proof, written in her own hand. They're still living in the same house, but it's a cold, silent tomb. My father looks at my mother with a dead-eyed disappointment that will never fade. My mother looks at me with pure, unadulterated hatred. She knows I did it, but she can't prove it. If she admits I wrote it, she has to admit she read my diary in the first place. We are locked in a stalemate of mutual destruction. So I have to ask you, she took my privacy, so I took her marriage. Was this a fair price for what she did, or did I just burn down my own home to get revenge? Don't forget to like and subscribe. I post new stories every day.